It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Shamrocks' versatile running back. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Shamrocks and the Mounties, next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Mounties of Montreal and the Dublin Shamrocks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roaming the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense, because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, you know, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10. This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a third down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. When you look at this defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. It's Okuobi now. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Shamrocks will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind says cluttered the entire time they're away. And they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
1 yard gain brings us 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. That's to the tight end, Davidson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. They'll look to throw here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're going to have a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll drop the throw. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Mounties have got it back to within a score.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. Then it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC.
And he's going to go down again. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Montreal offense ready to take over now. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. first down. He'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 14.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. And a Montreal first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 13. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Wiggles free. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw here. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring him back within a point. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We began by taking a trip across the Atlantic to the City of Light, the French capital of Paris, where you see the final score there. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there.
Okay,
This one's been all you can hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On second down, they'll try to run the counter. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 3rd and 5. Now they'll run on the ball. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, what a juke into space. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Puna Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Well, the Montreal offense ready to take over now. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This taken in by Kincaid. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the work potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Penny up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Penny. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Well, this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
He'll look to throw. Leading the press. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone give the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Now back to throw. And slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
He'll look to throw.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Back to throw.
At the 16-yard line.
Forced out to his left. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle.
Shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Montreal,
the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dublin, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.